All right, let's see here. All right. Okay, we are recording live my first ever Zoom meeting. I want to give everybody a very big thank you for joining, giving us your time to hear what we have to say. I'm going to be back and forth a little bit so I can explain what's behind me on the whiteboard. I didn't want to take too much time writing it out, and I don't have a very good system for my board. Sort of been noisy, so I wrote some things down, but the real reason I wanted everyone to come and just hear what we had to say tonight is this journey just got a little bit more exciting for me. What I'm diving into is something that I'm becoming more and more passionate about by the day. It's something that I have full faith in now, that I've taken the time to, learn some of the things about it. And what I'm going to talk a lot about is multi-level marketing, network marketing. A lot of you guys, I'm sure, have heard it. You've probably heard of many, many things. You've had people talk to you about it. There's a lot that is said about network marketing, and I think that's really the essence of why I'm making these videos, why I want to encourage some of you to listen to me versus other people, because I want to give you my take on it, why I'm going to be diving into it, and then hopefully bring you along for the ride, because I want the people I care about to sort of relate to the things that I'm understanding about this. So without further ado, let's get to this whiteboard. I hope the audio, guys, if the audio is not good, just let me know, pop in. Basically what we have on this whiteboard, this here is the cash flow quadrant, okay? I'm gonna sit back down. The cash flow quadrant is something that I got from reading Robert Kiyosaki's books. I'm sure you guys have heard that name. If you haven't, that's somebody I highly encourage you start consuming his content. That's basically what I've used to learn what I know and what I'm actually going to present to you guys. So the cash flow quadrant is very simple. Basically, it's a breakdown of the four ways you can earn income in your lifetime. And so E up at the top, that's employees. And what is fascinating about that specific part of the quadrant, that is where most of us all will spend our entire lives. The majority of us will climb the highest of corporate ladders, but you're always still in that E column. And this is where I started to realize and started to feel a shift in the way that I thought about wealth building and, ultimately becoming financially independent. Now, security is something we value, and a lot of that is why we are also so much into E, because we all want that security. But if you can just think about changing your location from E to one of these other quadrants. So S, that's a small business owner, or basically you're self-employed is a way to think of it. If you're in the B column, you're a business owner, but that's about 500 people or more in the business generating the revenue for you. And the I is an investor. And now, the big thing, it's not so much about what each of these really entails. It's more about the fact that we are all usually in E. We all go to schools. We all grow up programmed to think nothing about any of these other three, but just to stay employed, go to school, get a good job, have security so you can provide for a family, get a house, have nice things. That's all E. And so this is where my excitement really comes from, because I'm really starting to figure out how I can start changing my location a little bit. I want to diversify my financial portfolio. And as of right now, all I really am is E. And a lot of you guys are probably in E, and some of you, I'm sure, are already in S. And if you're in S as well as E, I expect you to relate to this a little bit more. So that's really the breakdown. And a lot of this book is where I got that from. It's The Business of the 21st Century. It talks a lot about network marketing. And so the reason I'm presenting this to everybody, and the reason that I want to stress it to so many people, is because when you hear network marketing, if I ask somebody what they think about network marketing, I'm sure you can think of the generalized answers, the replies that you get from people who aren't as familiar with it as some other folks, right? So basically, a profitable path So personal development is really what my definition of network marketing is. So without even describing any sort of product to anybody on this video, what I would present to you and what we're going to talk a little bit more about is really an education. And so if you can understand that network marketing provides you sort of the education, the resources, and the tools to potentially move out of that E quadrant, right? So then you're diving into things where you're starting to get more tax breaks. You're starting to create business for yourself to where, you know, eventually, ideally, you want to move out of that E column. You can be financially free. You know, you can have wealth. You can have, you know, residual income. You can't get residual income stuck in E. So what we have going on is something that will offer not only intense education. I mean, this is really a school that will have guidelines. They will have resources for you that you will have to go and learn because you're learning a skill. What the skill is, you're really learning about Forex, which is foreign exchange, and cryptocurrencies. Now, a lot of people go, oh, well, I know about Forex. It's too risky, this and that. This is not so much geared just on trading Forex and cryptocurrency. What it really is it's teaching you that skill so that you have that to do with as you please. Whether you decide you want to trade or not, that's up to you. But you will be able to learn the skill. The essence behind this, what I really am passionate about is what I've already experienced just by doing this. And it's only been 2 weeks that I've really, you know, taken the steps to become a part of this team. The fact that the team leaders are people that have already been in contact with me, have already been in contact with some of my other teammates. These aren't strangers. These are people who really are invested in helping you, because if you're on their team, everybody wants to win. And so I really encourage anybody that sees this to just open your heart, open your mind just a little bit to the concept of network marketing. After this Zoom call, this following week, if you see this call within the next few days, I would love to schedule a one-on-one appointment with you so that you can answer, you can ask me any questions following this video. But really, I want you to warm up to the idea of having all of these coaches, these mentors, having sort of another drive in life that will keep you occupied. But the time you're spending is you really growing personally. You're really learning this whole new craft. We're learning how to run our own business. This opportunity will, in a way, have you in all three of those categories if you choose to use it as that much of a resource. I don't want to talk about numbers. I don't really want to talk about a lot of details. What we'd have to do to get you started. That's more for the one-on-one talk. I want you to have questions. If you want to do this, I encourage you to. I would like you guys to still look at these videos, even if you don't join us, because I think there's a lot that can be gained, right? So that's where I'm going to leave it. Just remember, a profitable path to personal growth. So if you can find something in the world where you're personally growing every single day, but then you're generating residual income by doing it, why not? One person I want to invite to the table, I really cannot wait to introduce this guy to this video. He's my business partner. He is my brother. We go way back to the United States Army days, supply school at Fort Lee, Virginia. And I met this guy. He was the squad leader at the time. Man, this guy impressed me. And it's crazy because years later, two men that have just worked so hard on building an empire together have somehow connected, and we live on complete opposite coasts. This guy was in airborne Army. He owns two companies, well, a couple companies, JAWAY Private Security, IME Fitness. He's constantly giving people personal trainings. He's constantly touring the country. He's about to go international pulling security. This guy is your definition of a workhorse. He has a beautiful family. He's got a wife. He's just the by the book standard of a successful man in America. And so I can't wait, Ronnie Jackson, I can't wait to have you come talk. Bring yourself to the stage, my friend. Give us some insight on what you think about iMarkets Live, what you think about this team, this empire that we're about to create. And yeah, have at it.
Wow. You certainly made me blush. I'm turning burgundy. So real quick, I have my daughter in the background, you know, so she's controlling a little bit of everything.
Bring her in.
But here, but here's the thing. I'm gonna grab her. I'm gonna grab her.
Yeah. Baby break.
But this is what it's all about. You know, say hello. Say hello. She got crackers all over her. But here's the thing. This is what it's all about. You know, what Kyle was saying was so true, extremely true. The reason why, you know, so many things are possible in life is because we have this goal-oriented mindset. And my mindset, you know, I love acronyms. Acronyms to me is everything. I like I said, I'm really, really goal-oriented. I really, really put forth effort in everything that I go after, because I do believe that if we set a goal, like Kyle was saying, progress in motion. You know, if you're learning, if you're growing, if you're absolutely doing things that you need to elevate in a whole nother life, you will get to your goals. So I have goals in acronyms. So I go and I wrote it down. Go out and live. Go out and live. All right. So me living is right here. My why. You know, why do I get up every morning? Why do I go so hard? Why do I do the things that I do for my, you know, life, for my family? Because I want to live. I want to live and I want to leave a legacy. So what iMarkets Live did to me, I mean, of course, you know, other things has, you know, altered my thought pattern and everything that I do with the military, with, you know, several business ventures and everything that I do. But it wasn't until I really realized that, you know, a skill set, you know, being taught certain things over and over and over again, like what the military does. They pound things over and over in your mind until you begin to be it. You know, what you see and what you have, you'll definitely become whatever it is that you set your mind out to. So for me, the idea of being able to do business on my phone and spend time with this beautiful little girl, spend time with my family. Tomorrow we'll be heading out to Disney World, my son's birthday, and you know, just the freedom of being able to do the things that I love to do. But not only that, the vehicle, you know, having that vehicle to get from point A to point B. You know, just like I look at the military, and the military allowed me to have that vehicle of knowledge. You know, how to be able to, you know, just be a leader. And yeah, she's just going. Yeah, she wants to tell everybody. So it's the leadership qualities that I say that vehicle allowed me to have, you know, with the military. But this right here is allowing me to have that leadership quality times 10 when it comes down to being able to leave a legacy for my family through my phone and still be present. So I say goals, right? I say whatever you think, you become. I say, you know, whatever you absolutely access and give yourself the ability to obtain, you mentally you'll get there. You'll get there physically. So it's just a matter of, she's sitting there biting me. It's just a matter of absolutely understanding what is that vehicle. And it could be anything, but if you understand that, if you go after, yeah, exactly. If you go after it and after it and after it and after it and after it, you start to begin a somewhat of a pattern, just like how the military instills a lot of things over and over and over again. But whatever you want, whatever you become, and I think iMarkets Live has allowed me to see exactly what it is that I want, and a sense of accessibility, you know, being able to, you know, get on my phone and make things happen. But again, I don't necessarily want to go over and over and talk about that, you know, just yet. I just want to talk about the freedom, the access of being able to, you know, hang out with this busybody and take my family out and then enjoy life. It's kind of like one of those things where, you know, what's the most important thing to you? You know, and once you identify that why, you know, everything else falls into place. I'm gonna put her back in her car seat right quick.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it's just it. That's kind of like Ronnie and I have been having conversations every day. We've been building business together. That's one thing I was thinking of too, is we've been sort of building business together for the last 2 to 3 years, and things are rolling. And yet somehow this came into our life just at such a proper time. I mean, we got in touch with the people on our team in person. I mean, Ronnie has dinner with these folks. We're pulling security for them. It's sort of like a family, and it came at me just like some of these other network marketing opportunities. But this one, it meshed so well with everything else we're trying to do, because it really allows you to invest. The business is truly just you, and so it's just a no-brainer to want to invest, you know, in sort of a business that is you, and it's everything that you're living. So I'm really excited. Ronnie, I don't know if you had anything you wanted to say before we make our way.
I just had, I just wanted to definitely point out the identifying the why was probably the most in tune thing that I ever have done, you know, as far as business, as far as everything. Once I did that, I was able to clearly understand what was my role in life. And that's, for me, you know, taking on the responsibility of building a legacy for my family, you know, number one, and then the ability to, you know, help people grow their life and helping them be a factor for their family. So that was the biggest thing. You know, I think identifying the why is like the key point to being successful in life, you know, because you don't know where you're going to go unless you absolutely have a, you know, one-track mind, you know. And I always say that he's making fun of me because I always say, I see you at the top. But at the end of the day, like, that's really what it is. You know, you continue to aim for the top.
Yep.
That's all I had.
All right, cool. Hey, and I know Todd too. Todd, thanks so much for being on this call. Like, if anybody doesn't know Todd Frazier, I had him on this call because I know he would relate so well with everything we talked about. This man he is the epitome of living your life, being present. His family just went on a national R&B tour. It's all on video. This guy is more of a hustler than I consider myself to be. So Todd, I know you couldn't talk, but I know you probably related to a lot of that. I hope everybody that listens to this in the future, I hope you guys get some sort of help from this, whether, you know, you want to call me to do the one-on-one or not. I really hope you continue watching. Share this with any veterans, share this with any friends, anybody looking to just have that next level, that next step up in life, if they're ready for it, if, you know, the timing is there. We'd love to have them. I just want to give one last big thank you so much for giving us your time. You can expect to see a lot more of these. Expect to see me going live a lot more. Like I said, if you want more information, you can contact myself. You can contact Ronnie. We will be doing one-on-one coaching sessions. I don't like to call them coaching. I like to call them informative. We're in an age of information. So it's really just going to be, it's my time for you, so that, you know, any questions you have, I want to solidify any doubt you have about multi-level marketing. And man, I wish I could show you the level of excitement I have for, you know, the next 5, 10, 20, 50, 70 years. So I hope you guys can reach that level with me. We will see you next time. I don't know how to stop this thing. So you guys have a great time. We out.